Morning, students. Today we start the next topic of your chapter Chemistry in Everyday Life, chapter number 5. So, the next topic in our session or in our lecture is some useful compounds in everyday life. So, the first compound we are taking here is sodium chloride. So, we have to learn one thing. Then about each and every salt we have to know three things. First, how they prepare. Second, what are the main properties of the compound. And third, what are their uses in our daily life or in the laboratories. So the sodium chloride is a common salt. It is a salt of strong acid and strong base, and as you all know, the pH value of the sodium chloride is 7 due to their neutral nature. And the sodium chloride commercially manufacturing by the drying the seawater. So here is a reaction how we just obtain the sodium hydrochloride. That is a reaction you have also learned before, that when HCl is reacting with the NaOH, and the product will be formed, that is NaCl plus the H2O. Okay, so this is the reaction by which we can produce we can produce the sodium chloride. Now what are their basic properties? The first basic property is viscid solid substance. The solid crystal particles, they are white in solid substances. The melting point is high, that is 1081 Kelvin. It is highly soluble in water. It is ionized in nature. These are the some basic properties of this salt. And the uses: it is used as a common salt in food. It is used as a preservation of food. It is used to form the mixture, freezing mixture, and the raw material for manufacturing NaOH, Na2CO3, NaHCO3, etc. So this is about the sodium chloride. The second salt we are taking here is sodium hydroxide. Now, how can we prepare this? When we react NaCl is sodium chloride with the water. When we just then we will obtain NaOH plus Cl2, that is chloride gas, and H2, that is hydrogen gas. Now, this is the reaction by which we can prepare the NaOH, that is the sodium hydroxide. Now, what are the properties of this? It is white soapy solid substance. The melting point is about 591 Kelvin. It is radially soluble. What is radially soluble? When we just want to mix it, then it is just some of the particles just remain in the bottom and some of the particles get mixed with the water. It is readily soluble in water and has a strong base. It is ionized as Na plus OH minus when we just do in the aqueous solution. And what is the uses? It is used in the manufacturing of the soap, paper, silk industry, and the other chemical industries. It is used in the metallurgy of the bauxite. It is used in the purification of petroleum. It is used in the manufacturing of the fat and oil. It is used in laboratory reagent. These are some of the uses we are defining here. So it is some of the common uses of the sodium hydroxide as well. Now the third salt we are taking here is the bleaching powder. What is the bleaching powder? It is the main ingredient of the cosmetics for the ladies, and it is a chemical name is calcium oxychloride, and manufactured by passing chlorine gas on dry slaked lime. So we say that when there is calcium hydroxide, when react with the chlorine gas, we will obtain CaOCl2, that is a bleaching powder, and the water addition to this. And what is the properties? It is yellowish solid substance, have a characteristic odor, yani ki smell, and it is soluble in the cold water. It liberates chlorine gas when kept in open air. When we kept the bleaching powder in the open air, all the chlorine gas will liberate it, and it will give a chlorine gas on reaction with the dilute acids. Now free chlorine gas liberate from the bleaching powder from the nascent oxygen. This reaction performs the act as oxidant. And what are the uses of this? The uses of this is that acts as a bleaching powder. It acts as the industry, in the textile industries, in the drinking, in the laboratory reagent. So this is all the basic uses of the bleaching powder. Now we will move to our next salt, that is a baking soda. Now baking soda is also known as the soda of food. It mainly used in the food materials to make it more spongy, like in idli, like in dosa, like in cakes and pastries, etc. Its chemical name is sodium hydrogen carbonate, and carbon dioxide gas liberated bubble on heating of baking soda with food product. Why we just add baking soda in all the food products which we get to fluffy, we want to get fluffy. So why? Because because baking soda having some carbon dioxide in that. So whenever it reacts with some food material, carbon dioxide will liberate on heating. When we heat the food material on the microwave or on the gas, so the carbon dioxide liberated from the food material, and it will get holes on it. That is why it get fluffy and the spongy nature. So, okay, so how we just make wash baking soda. Now when NaCl, that is a sodium hydroxide, when react with water and carbon dioxide and NH3, we will get NH4Cl plus NaHCO3, that is baking soda. And other form to do this is when we just react Na2CO3 with CO2 and H2, we will get 2NaHCO3, that is again the baking soda. Now what are the basic properties of this? It's a white crystalline solid material. It is less soluble in water, is in aqueous solution in basic, it liberates carbon dioxide gas on heating, and the uses of food stuff, cold drinks, etc. Now we will just move to the next topic, that is a washing soda. Now how we can prepare this? It is also known as a washing clothes. The soda of the washing clothes, its chemical name is sodium carbonate. And when how we just make this, when NaHCO3 gets heated up, it is a sign of heating. When get heated up, it will convert into Na2CO3 plus H2O, and CO2 gas will liberate. Now this NaO3 plus then added with the crystals, then the tan molecules of water, then it will convert into the Na2CO3 dot tan H2O. Okay, now what is the basic properties of this? It is soluble, it is basic, and it's crystalline in nature, and get ash on heating by removing crystalline water. Now what are the basic uses? Mainly used in washing, cleaning, paper, paint industry, etc. Now the last and the final topic is, what is the plaster of Paris? Plaster of Paris, it is a very common material which is used to fix your broken bones or in the teeth and etc., and prepared by heating sodium gypsum in Paris, and capital of France. So it was first James plaster of Paris. Why it is known as plaster of Paris? Because first invented in the Paris. Okay, and also known as POP. It is obtained by heating gypsum CaSO4, that is calcium sulfate dot 2H2O gypsum at the 393 Kelvin will get plaster of Paris, and addition to these water molecules will obtain. Now POP on further heating liberate complete water crystallization, and that burst plastic is obtained. When POP further more than 393 Kelvin, why we only require 393 Kelvin? Because on further temperature, when we just increase the further temperature, then it will burst out and will get black, and it is no use, and it will get a waste. So that is why it is called dead burnt plaster. Okay, what is the basic properties? In white solid glossy material becomes solid and hard when adding water in 15 to 20 minutes, and it's called gypsum. And what are the uses of these material? Use the plaster to join the broken bones in the construction of houses, in the dental treatment, in the making of the statues and decorated items. So these are some uses of them. So these are the 6 materials, or the 6 important materials you have to learn and get throw out with. And these are materials I'm repeating what we have learned from these materials. First, how they prepared. Second, what are the basic properties. And third, why are we use them, or the basic uses of them. I hope you understand all. I will provide the worksheet regarding this lecture, and you will complete this worksheet by this next Saturday, and I will check this worksheet on next Saturday. So remember, all of you just done this very strictly and very sincerely. I will check each and every student's work. Okay, so thank you, and if you have any doubt, just comment on below. So thank you, students.